If you're a new Amazon seller who wants to find profitable products you don't even need to get ungated in, this video is for you. Using the box and bulk ungate checker, it's never been easier to find winning products that are auto ungated as a complete beginner. Let's get right into it and show you guys the entire step-by-step sourcing process. Starting off here, guys, we can see this copper amino isolate serum right here is going for 93 bucks on the brand website. Now, being completely honest, most small brands that aren't like gigantic global brands with 50 or 100 products just come from one place, which can make sourcing really easy and predictable. But historically, a big bottleneck of that is like, okay, great. What if I'm finding good products, but they're not ungated? Now, you can totally go through the ungating process. However, it is awesome. My best recommendation for beginners is to do, one or two big gated brands that require 10 units that give you access to lots of items while also doing a lot of auto ungate products. So taking a look here, we can see copper amino isolate serum right here is going for 93 bucks. And then over on Amazon here, we can see in the buy box, they're going for 148 bucks. So plugging that in on SellerAmp here, we can see $93 here, $28 profit, and a 38% ROI here. But then it's like, okay, is it ungated? We can take a look on the Boxum ungate checker and go ahead and see that. And it's really important they use the Boxum ungate checker because it's going to check if new things become ungated too as well. So we could do multiple ASINs at a time when you initially get Boxum. There's a big list of suggested ASINs right here. I wouldn't recommend sourcing off of this, but it is good to see that your account is ungated in some stuff right here. And a very important thing, guys, is after 2 or 3 months of getting consistent sales, so many more things become auto ungated too, which is super awesome. So if we go ahead here, plugging that in, we can see it's ungated here. And now it's like, okay, this is great. This is a profitable auto ungate, but how do I find other ones from here? Do I go to random websites and look through their clearance sections? No. Do I source off the suggested list in Boxum? No. What you should do is Storefront stock sellers from proven auto ungated products and see what else they carry that you auto ungate in as well to go ahead and take a look at that right there. So for example here, now we can take a look at these sellers here and see, okay, all right, what are they carrying here? What else do they have? And then we can plug those products in that sell quick that we think could be auto ungate into the Boxum ungate checker right here. So for example, now we'll go ahead here and plug in some ASINs right here. So for example, like these big video game brands, like this is actually something that will become auto ungate for a lot of you guys after a few months. Same thing with Banana Republic here. However, I don't think they're both gated right now. So if you did want to sell these, you'd have to go through the ungating process, which is totally doable for a beginner with no sales history, but we're not going to take a look at that right now. We're taking a look at auto ungate products, right? So we can see this is a similar, probably a smaller beauty brand right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Right now I'm just using the Command-C and Command-V keyboard extensions. So we go ahead. Okay, so this one's gated too as well. So let's see. So that's always got a bunch of gated products. Let's move on here. So we can see now, taking a look at this guy here, these guys are smaller ones. So we can take a look at these here. These aren't gigantic brands. I can see they sell quick. Folks are making money on these here. So we can go ahead and plug these bad boys in right here, and we'll go to another seller too as well. Just got that one there. Okay. And then in respect to this, really all I'm looking for is people that are making money on stuff. I am going to disqualify people that have over 100 products or just look like wholesalers. For example, in an online arbitrage context, I've never seen any of these listings here, so we're not going to worry about those here. Let's see. This is a little bit slower here, but those still could do well here because clothing, shoes, jewelry is a big category here. Let's see. These are kind of like really cheap right now. I think the price went down here. Let's see. Price going down on that guy here. We can take a look at this guy here, though. Let's see. 50 plus a month here. So let's see, plugging in these guys here. And we can see, wow, okay, so we're actually auto-ungated in all of these, which is super awesome here. And now what I want to do is, now that I know I'm ungated in these thanks to Boxum, now I'm going to open them up and take a look at the data here and see if we can actually find any profit margin on 1 or 2 of these listings here. And all you're doing when you're beginners these first couple months is you're ungated in by far the least things you'll ever be auto-ungated in, right? And you probably want to do 1 or 2 big gated brands. And then what you do is once you're 2 or 3 months in, you're getting a bunch of consistent sales, selling largely a lot of random types of products. That's when you start to auto ungate a lot of big brands and things get significantly easier right here. So for example, we can take a look at this. Now we want to see the Cuba chart. Okay, we can see, yeah, prices going as high as like Yeah, $18.99 and even $19.99 right here. Comp went up a bit, but largely at this point it's been pretty stable right here. So if I go ahead and update this buy box price to $19.99 right here, Let's see, do I think I can find this for $8 or less? I largely think I do, right? Or I think I can. So then we go ahead and plug this in on Google here, and we can see, looks like Wiggles and Wags is owned by PetSmart here. So for example here, now we can see here that there is a, 13 bucks minus 40% for auto ship here. So if we plug in $12.99 here, not good. You don't find items good, you make items good. So now we take off 40% from this right here, $12.99 minus 40%. So now this becomes $3 profit and a 42% ROI. And while I would have to add in some sales tax here, we can go ahead and plug in discounted gift cards here, because I don't think, does PetSmart take tax exempt? Yeah, price matching is a good tip too as well. Okay, this doesn't really say like resellers and stuff, so we would need to add in sales tax here because I don't have that in my settings here. And then we'd see 10% gift cards here. So say you add in like 7% here, which you only want to do if your seller amp shedding shows 0 right here, which is what I recommend having for this is 0, manually adding it in. And then we go ahead and take off those discounted gift cards here and hit enter. Boom, and we can see pretty good product right here. Auto ungated. Life is good. Let's see if we can find another right here. And that's how simple it is. And I don't want to come off like I'm oversimplifying it here, but when you're a beginner, this is all it takes. The key is you have to start out in the right place. Don't niche headhunt. Don't look at random products. Just start out on proven auto ungate products. You can see a ton of them in our videos. We got a ton of good content coming for you guys for Q4 too as well. All right, so we plug in 20 bucks right here. Let's see, taking a look here. Yeah, we can see, damn, so this just price tanked here, so I don't like that. Right, let's see, 21 here. Yeah, going as high as 36. So when you see an FBM buy box here at $29.99 and then the FBA option at 36, you got to come in and update this here, guys, because we're in the FBA time of the year right here where FBM isn't as much of a thing. It totally is, but it's just not as much of a thing as it will be during November and December right there, guys. So we can see when something has good keep data, competition's going up here, but the volume is very strong. And we can see, like this has held up. And, progress over perfection. When you're a beginner, you don't need perfect items right here, right? Our max cost is 23. Let's see what we can do. So we'll look these guys up on Google right here. And we'd see, Best Buy's got them for $19.99 or Target at $19.99 right here. I'd rather do Best Buy because Best Buy has tax exempt here. So we can see these are in stock for shipping. So let's see, $19.99. So we plug in $19.99 right here. So right off the bat, that's already profitable because Best Buy is going to have free shipping. But then I'd have to add in tax. But Best Buy is a big retailer. So if I look up Best Buy tax exempt here, right, I can see that Best Buy allows you to submit your reseller certificate to avoid sales tax right there. So now I don't have to add in sales tax. And I can go over to the homies at Card Bear here and purchase gift cards at a discount here. So we plug in, 10% discounted gift cards here, right? We can go ahead and take off 10% from this, right? And now we can see $10 profit, 60% ROI. That's the name of the game here. And then you guys can run this same play and literally go start out storefront stocking from these items and go ahead and see what you can do and just make sure you check the ungating and box them. Prior here, like we can see like this one here, $49.99 here, like this one's good too as well. It's a little bit lower volume right here. I think that's the same thing. Claxton there. So we can see, so $49.97 right there. We can check the gift card situation too as well. That would largely just offset the sales tax right there too. But we can see competition's going up a bit here, but this is, very profitable for a beginner here, even going as high as like, $89.99 and stuff right there. So that's fine right there. That's decent despite the comp going up a bit. Right there, the past like 10 days or so, it's gone from like, 17 to 19 up to like 20 to 23 there and everything. But that is the name of the game where this was a quick video, but this shows the exact workflow you want to do here. And you can see a bunch of good auto ungate products you can get started on from here. Storefront stocking, opening up all the sellers, not headhunting random niches, not starting out on random products, plugging those ASINs into the box and ungate checker, seeing what you're ungated in, understanding that when you're a beginner, you just buy tons of random products, and over time you get a lot more niche down, a lot more specific because you start to auto ungate big brands, and that's the name of the game right there. There's a bunch of other good auto ungate sourcing on our channel, so make sure you take a look at that. We are super committed. We're getting rock and rolling here for the Q4 holiday season. Starts in a couple months. We're going to show you guys the entire process here at Boxem. Let's get it. Hope you have a good day. Thanks so much for watching.